Well, the British Prime Minister remains under pressure tonight with revelations that Andy Coulson, the former tabloid editor he appointed as press secretary, did not undergo top-level background checks. And the police investigation into phone hacking is widening its reach, looking at how other papers may have used private investigators. Lisa Miller reports from London.
A smiling Rupert Murdoch may have left Britain behind, but this scandal continues to dog him. The Deputy Prime Minister admits the crisis has shaken the public's faith.
I think we now have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to really clean up the kind of murky practices, the dodgy relationships which have taken root at the very heart of the British establishment between the press, politicians and the police.
But the Prime Minister is still being questioned over conversations he had with News Corp over its bid for B-Sky B.
Did he ever discuss the question of the B-Sky bid with news internationals at all the meetings that they attended?
I never had one inappropriate conversation.
That a conversation took place at all has some questioning his judgment.
Yesterday, 9 times he refused to admit that, but he wouldn't actually deny it, so he kept saying he didn't have any inappropriate conversations. Or what we all want to know now is what were appropriate conversations for him to have had?
No inappropriate discussions took place, and he played absolutely no role whatsoever in the decision-making around the B-Sky B bid. I think those points speak for themselves.
That's not the only pressure point. It's been revealed the Prime Minister's former press secretary, Andy Coulson, an ex-editor of the News of the World, wasn't given a top-level background check before getting the critical job.
I questioned and asked questions about some of the decisions about who was being brought into government, who had been active in opposition.
And the questions are still coming.
Look, he should never have employed Andy Coulson in the first place. That's the point. It was a spectacular misjudgment because there was so much potential damage there.
This is going to go on for a couple of years, and all the time this is happening, it raises questions about Cameron's judgment, and there's more than one smoking gun waiting to be discovered.
Scotland Yard has now asked for files of an earlier inquiry, Operation Motorman, which looked at the use of private investigators by the media. The files contain 4,000 requests from hundreds of journalists from papers like the Daily Mail and the Daily Mirror. It's alleged some of the information was obtained illegally. With the hacking probe extending its reach, the number of police on the investigating team has been bumped up to 60. But there's still concern over how few people have been told they may have been victims of phone hacking. 170 have been given details of their cases. There could be as many as 12,000 to go. Lisa Miller, Late Line.